4. Secondary weapon, like I said, was a 9mm or a combat knife. At this point here, he was teaching what we call the post frame and hook. He could stick his non-dominant hand out and push me away or walk through an area and engage with his primary. Right? If I can't, I'm still trying to get into him. I don't have a weapon on him, but I'm trying to get close. I'm upset. You can reach down and pull out his secondary weapon. We got the frame, and we also got the hook and head control these individuals. Fight like that. Another situation we demonstrate now, these soldiers just walking through, and somebody's really upset and comes through. All of a sudden comes running up upset about something.
Get back! Get back! Oh!
That was a good little speech. Give a round for my demonstrators. Now there's 4 levels of combatives, automatic combative program. They've also added an additional 2 levels to that after level 4. The next 2 levels is what they call SOC P, Special Operations Combative Program level 1, which is 1 week long, and SOC P level 2, which is 2 weeks long. It's a continuation of the tactical side of the house, where now you're fighting with your kids almost the entire time. A lot more tactics involved to it. One thing we also realize at downrange is 2 things have to happen for us to get into a fight. One, I have to realize I'm not going to shoot that guy from far away because I want to get close to him. Then something else has to happen for me to change my mind, or I want to put my hands on him, or he wants to put his hands on me. Now that's when we start getting weapons involved with that situation. And it's not the 11 Bravos, the infantry guys, that are getting into hand-to-hand situations downrange. It's the non-combat arms, because we're in there engaged with the local communities, trying to figure out what's going on when something goes bad. That was just a quick little demonstration. If you want to know more about combatives, like I said, you can talk to myself or any one of my staff members. At this time, I'm going to turn it back over. We're going to take 5 more minutes to finish the fighters briefing, and we're going to bring them out, and we're going to find out who our best warrior NCO is and our best warrior soldier is. And then after that, we're going to have those 2 fight for bragging rights. All right? Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cornelius Hendricks. I am your Master of Ceremonies for the evening. Folks, this is the championship enlistment bout for your 2012 United States Army Reserve Command Best Warrior Competition Modern Army Combative Tournament. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the match. From Palatine, California, wearing the red belt from the 807th MDSC, Specialist Dustin Chavez. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the match from the 4010th U.S. Army Hospital out of Slidell, Louisiana, wearing the blue, Specialist Miguel Lara. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is your championship enlisted bout. Specialist Chavez, Specialist Laura.
Best Warrior competition.
on,
Well, we're back on,
well,
Sergeant
that was
Major.
a good little break.
This is Sergeant Burrell coming to you from Fort McCoy, Wisconsin. I'm here with Sergeant Major Dirks.
And Sergeant Burrell. We have had a great time tonight announcing the 2012 United States Army Reserve Best Warrior Tournament, Combatives Tournament.
And this is the enlisted fight. First, we have Specialist Larrea and Specialist Larrea and Specialist Chavez. Now, Specialist Larrea is actually, he was born in Lima, Peru, before he moved here. He is representing.
Looked like there's a little height advantage for Chavez. It'll be an interesting bout. Chavez looked like he runs about 6'2", and Larea running about a little 5'6", and that's giving maybe a couple inches, but he looked like it's sizing him up. Turning.
They're sort of feeling each other out, it looks like.
Whereas Chavez is trying to keep his distance. Good sub. Trying to bring in the leg, pulling the leg, trying to get that takedown. If he can get that head out, he awarded a couple points for a takedown. He could pop that head out. Nope. Looked like Chavez trying to get a little strong with him on that move. Got his head up in there.
And Chavez is in the red.
Trying to work his way out of there. Still no takedown points yet. Larea, still no points awarded.
Larea is representing the Army Reserve Medical Command.
2 to red for the takedown.
And Chavez is representing the 807th Medical Deployment Support Command. So both medical commands here in this enlisted
Well
fight.
represented in this final bat for the soldiers. Looked like he's got him in the guard. He's trying to work across that jacket, across the neck.
Keep it tight.
He's sort of looking like he's trying to get away from that hand he's reaching in through.
And as you notice, he's trying to wrench up on that jacket. You can see this getting tight across that neck.
Take it back in. Take it back in.
Okay.
Take it back in.
Yeah, here it comes. Oh, he's trying to get that arm bar.
Yeah, he's going for the armbar. That's been a very popular move tonight. We've seen it a couple times.
Once again, he's trying to reach into that shirt. He's trying to dig deep into that shirt. He's trying to reach. He
Oh,
tapped
his face. He couldn't breathe.
Couldn't breathe.
Man,
Went
that
the
is
other
gotta
way.
be
Chavez
tough.
with the shirt. I was eyeing what Larea was doing on the neck on the high side. I didn't dawn on me what Chavez was doing on the low side.
That was a good fight.
Very good fight. Congratulations to both of these young men, but Chavez comes out on top with the choke.
Specialist Chavez representing the 807th Medical Deployment Support Command. And he is the gentleman who has 5 sisters, 1 brother, a mother, a father, aunts and uncles, cousins, all in the Air Force. And he's the Army guy.
Amazing how it works out sometimes. Congratulations to Specialist Chavez, the 2012 United States Army Reserve Best Warrior Competition Tournament Champion for the enlisted soldiers.
And now if you're watching back at home and you want to check out some photos, we have a Facebook site up. You can go to the Army Reserve Facebook page and check out some live photos as well. And go ahead and hit like and go ahead and make your comments and let us know what you think of the competitors and let us know if you enjoy this competition because I'm having a heck of a time here, Sergeant Major.
Hey, this final bout between the NCOs, we've seen it all night. And I think there's some people that in that first round, they kind of knew that this might be culminating in this bout between Sergeant Mitchell and Sergeant Garistadzu. Thanks for helping me out.
And
one of about 165, 170 pounds is Garistadzu against about the 220 Mitchell. This is going to be an interesting bout as we watch the lead-ins.
And both of them, actually, I've noticed, have been very intelligent fighters. They've sort of been picking and choosing where they're attacking. And if something doesn't work, they go ahead and revert to something else very quickly.
And it's been, all of their wins have been by tap-outs by their opponent.
That's right.
So it's been very, very fun to watch.
And we'll see if Mitchell goes for his armbar. He's been sort of doing that, and it's been working for him.
And Sergeant Mitchell, the 2010 tournament champion, comes back in 2012 to kind of defend his title, so to speak.
That's right. He does have the 2010 Combatives Championship title, and we'll see if he can take the NCO title and then move on. The winner of this fight actually moves on and fights against the winner of the enlisted. So the winner of this fight will move on and fight against Specialist Chavez.
That'll be an interesting match.
Public Affairs Broadcasting Specialist. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm round of applause for Sergeant Anthony.
Sergeant Mitchell comes in as an imposing figure. Does some wheel kicks, does some just some pep drills, so to speak. Try to get warmed up for the match.
Get a little loose, too, hopefully.
Everybody getting wound up on this crowd in anticipation of this big match.
State Command out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Give a big round of applause for Sergeant Stanley Garistadzu.
Sergeant Garistadzu's into the match. Got a little smile on his face. I think he's kind of excited. I don't know where that smile is, just an intensity or say, uh-oh, we're in for a fight tonight.
He's sort of always got that permanent little grin like he knows something that's going to happen. So we'll see if he maybe knows the outcome of this fight already.
And the lights come on, everybody wide-eyed, and they're excited for the fight. Gareth Styles, who's got that intense look in his face. Sergeant Mitchell tightens up the belt, make sure that red belt's tight.
Now I can sort of feel the nervous energy and the intensity in this room right now.
A little bit of the eye of the tiger coming up.
That's right. They're about, what? I think Sergeant Mitchell's got about a couple inches on him right now.
Couple inches. It looks like he's going to give him about 40 pounds, so this is going to be an interesting match. Gareth Styles, the officials told him to back up a little bit in anticipation of the match. 3 minutes now. Remember, this bout's only 3 minutes.
The NCO championship, Gareth Styles in the blue, Mitchell in the red.
Gareth Styles sinks in a leg. That was quick. Mitchell gave him a leg, but Mitchell's on top. Mitchell back to his the fundamentals. He's back to top. Gareth Styles, who's got the hook, he's trying to work in that choke. If he can get the arm across, he's going to be a choke. He's trying to work the neck choke.
And he's just manhandling him right now. And both these fighters are very strong. CrossFit was one of Gareth Styles' passions, so I know he's strong.
He's trying to push through,
Switches
Looks like
around.
he's getting ready to give some points to Mitchell for a takedown. Not yet. Hasn't achieved a position yet. They look like they're trying to roll off the mat, but the official's waiting for him to end. Waiting for the move to come to a conclusion.
They switched it around a little bit.
Switched it around. Gareth Styles who comes out on top with the takedown.
And now both these gentlemen are E5 sergeants, so they're very well matched together. But you know, at this point, it doesn't matter. Rank doesn't really matter in a combative tournament.
No, it's all about the technique, and look like Gareth Styles who's got the technique to work with that Mitchell. Roughly about 210, 215. Gareth Styles who's roughly about 165, 170. Pretty impressive by the light heavyweight.
He is, but he packs a punch, though. He is a light heavyweight, Sergeant Major. You called it. He packs a punch in that little body of his.
And I think Mitchell's at a loss. I'm not sure if he realizes how to attack Gareth Styles, because maybe it is the size difference.
Well, I'm still waiting for that armbar to come out. I know it's coming. That's his go-to
Here
move.
comes.
He's got
He's coming. Now Gareth Styles he's trying to get that rear choke. Gareth Styles is trying to fight it. He's trying to get his arm up in there. Look, did you see how he worked his arm up into that rear choke?
Doesn't help that he's got that blouse, ACU blouse covering his eyes too.
And now if you watch Gareth Styles, who's trying to break out of the rear mount, which he did a good job of. Okay, he broke down, he shrimped to his shoulders, and he rolled over, thus breaking the rear mount.
Now,
good job, Gareth Styles.
Once again, if you're joining us, this is U.S. Army Modern Combatives tournament for the best warrior competition at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin.
And now Sergeant Mitchell, he's back to that mount. He's looking like he's going to try to work them arms again, like he's done in previous matches. He'll work the bent arm bar, and then he'll try to work that arm bar.
And that sweat is just dripping off him. It's hot in this room, and I know it's dang hot on that mat trying to roll around and get the position.
The score here for this match has got to be neck and neck. Not really sure what the score is at this point, but you know it's neck and neck with the score. Sergeant Mitchell's trying to work that arm. Gareth Styles is trying to roll the hip, trying to break that pressure of the hip.
And Mitchell's just kind of smothering him. He's a big boy.
He's a beast out there on the mat. And he's shown it tonight that he's the one to compete with tonight.
That's right. But, you know, as we've seen in other fights, as soon as you say one fighter's going to win, then it goes the other way.
It's all about that momentum and how it works. Here comes. Mitchell's trying to work that jacket across the neck.
It looks like he got some knuckles in his throat right there.
He's working the back of the jacket. Okay, now watch, he's trying to get that knee to the belly, trying to get some dominant points. Okay.
He got 3 points for that right there, the ref was saying.
Okay. And now he's got to regroup. Okay, Mitchell's parallel to him now. Trying to figure out, he's going to try to get to the side mount. He's trying to do the leg sweep. He did. He swept the leg right into the mount. That was a good job by Mitchell. Good job on that move. He swept the legs, come into the mount. Now he's trying to figure out what he's going to do with the next move from the mount. Okay, he's going to go right back. He's trying to underhook the head. He's going to try to pin the arm down. Look, he's trying to pin
for
that
arm bar right there.
He's trying to get that elbow in his neck. Gareth Styles is trying to roll him, but I think there's a little bit of difference in the mass of these two young gentlemen.
Yes.
Mitchell's leaning back. He's trying to keep his hips back so he doesn't. And now Gareth Styles is trying to sweep him. If you notice that left leg, he's trying to sweep him, trying to get that foot across the belly.
He's squirming under him. He's using maybe his smaller stature to advantage to make sure he doesn't get locked in the
redress the Gareth Styles. Going to have an official's timeout, so we've got to fix the equipment of the competitors. time will stop, and we'll reset the match at the last advantage. Okay. And this has been a really good match for a finals of the NCO match. Neither one wanting to give an inch. So it assumes in the position that the official stopped the match. Mitchell trying to work an arm, working a leg. Okay. Trying to get the arm bar.
Yeah,
He's
that's
coming,
it.
he's
See
coming.
that move coming.
He's trying to get him in a choke. Oh,
He
Gareth
got out of it.
Out. Okay, Mitchell he's showing his strength in this match. Now he's in the rear mount. Now he's going to try to sink in that rear choke. Okay, look, he's coming across. He's trying to sink in the rear choke. Trying to work the arm across his neck. Okay, trying to look, he's got a hook. He's got the head hook. Gareth just trying to do everything he can, try to avoid that rear choke.
And Sergeant Anthony Mitchell in the red there, and Sergeant Stanley Garistazu in the blue. Garistazu from St. Petersburg, Florida, and Mitchell from Chicago, Illinois. Garistazu representing the 335th Signal Command, and Sergeant Anthony Mitchell representing the
Sergeant
3rd
Mitchell just took a minute there just to kind of regroup, and which angle am I going to approach now? He's going to go back to that jacket, okay? Go back to and he's just got that forearm in his neck, okay? He's trying to regroup. He's trying to get that arm bar. He's trying to swing across. That's a fast move right there.
That is, and you know, these fights may seem like they last a short time with only 3 minutes, but that's 3 minutes of hell right there.
3 minutes of you and I don't think we could do that.
I don't think I'd last.
I know I'm considerably older than most, but that looked at Garistazu and Mitchell would be commended. Garistazu trying to get an arm bar.
Oh, he made sure
Garistazu, if he can lock it in, he can lock it in. Mitchell's just too strong. Garistazu still has a hold of it. It's getting close to the end of the match. If Garistazu could keep a hold of it, look, his feet are still planted. If he could kick him over. Garistazu with an impressive armbar to end the match.
He almost used Mitchell's own move against him.
He used Mitchell's own move that Mitchell's been finishing off competitors all night.
Wow.
Mitchell just too strong for Garistazu. Wouldn't allow the armbar to be sunk in at the end of the match. Great match between the two of them.
Great fight.
Congratulations to Sergeant Mitchell on a job well done. The NCO's 2012 Modern Army Combatives Tournament. What a great job. That's a great match.
That was unbelievable. Both Sergeant Garistazu and Sergeant Mitchell did a spectacular job getting to this point. And it was neck and neck, and Sergeant Mitchell pulled it off. So he defended his championship so far in the NCO.
As you can see, everybody applauding that match. Everybody impressed with the capabilities and the fundamentals of those two fighters.
Now I have to put a plug in here too, Sergeant Major. He is a public affairs specialist, so you know we can still do everything out.
I don't know if the two correlate there, Sergeant Burrell, between you being a PAO and him being a PAO. I think your combatives talents are probably a couple miles apart.
Well, I'll sit back on the sidelines and root for him, and
I
if
think
anybody comes and picks on me, I'll just send him Sergeant Mitchell's way.
Yeah, here, tag, you're it.
That's right.
We're having as much fun as the crowd is tonight with this Modern Army Combatives program in the 2012 Best Warrior Competition, United States Army Reserve.
If you are enlisted, you definitely want to beat the NCO champion.
Let me step back. Tell him not to go
in a very sportsmanlike way. Because if you beat the NCO champion, you will have the utmost sportsmanship I've ever seen. And if you don't, I will see you after I finish DJing over at McCoy's, running around talking about I won, but I wasn't sportsman enough, so I gotta go do some running now. So ladies and gentlemen, 2 minutes, we're gonna have one more bout here for our overall champion. If you like what you've been seeing this evening, can I get a what? Alrighty then.
And it looks like we're going to take a little 2-minute break, let them stretch out. We're going to stay with you here. And I just wanted to say once again, thank you to First Sergeant Michael Tarr, who is the NCOIC of the Combatives Tournament. He's over there at the scores table. And the tournament director is Sergeant First Class Patrick Manzanares. And the head referee, who's been doing a spectacular job, been counting out the points and been standing out there reffing the whole fight, has been Sergeant Daniel Silva. They've really done a great job together as a team, and I just want to say thank you.
Taking a good stretch, trying to take him a little break, trying to regroup after that great final bout for the NCOs between Garastazu and Mitchell. What an ending.
That was great. Now, Sergeant Mitchell is going to go up against Specialist Chavez here. Now, what do you think, Sergeant Major? What do you think is a tactic? Can you let me know exactly what you would do if, heaven forbid, you were in one of their shoes?
Being Chavez looking at Mitchell, I think I might have to take, what am I up against? Because that's a storm getting ready to happen. You can see it brewing. Sergeant Mitchell is a formidable not Edgar Allan Poe, formidable foe in tonight's tournament. And I would be hesitant. I'd make sure I'd look out for that arm bar, make sure I'd look out for that bent arm bar, and the overall strength. You have to be impressed with the overall strength of Sergeant Mitchell tonight. Chavez, he's been working the finesse game. He's been working at it methodically, taking one competitor at a time, working, and finishing the bout.
What I've noticed too is that Specialist Chavez, when he goes into the fight, he goes in with a lot of intensity. He goes in with a lot of aggression. Not so much, correct me if I'm wrong here, Sergeant Major, not so much tactically sound with his maneuvers. He's been getting it done, mind you, but Sergeant Mitchell is a little bit better with
Mitchell looked like he knows what he's doing out there. Chavez, he looks like he knows what he's doing, but it's slow, it's methodical, it's time consuming, and it's gonna be who is gonna make sure that how it's gonna end, whether it be Mitchell's strength or Chavez's slow, methodical work at the end, who's gonna be the victor and who's gonna determine the 2012 Modern Army Combatives Program champ.
Right, exactly, and there's a lot on the line right here. This event is tied into a bunch of other events we were talking about throughout the week, and all the events are scored a little bit differently. So it all depends on what the scores say in terms of how many points the contestants get for winning this event for the overall
This is just a
warrior.
piece of the overall Best Warrior competition. We've been here, in processing started Saturday. We finished up with the in processing on Sunday. On Monday, we had the APFT. We had some warrior tasks. We had a shoot house at 249, 240. We've done a number of things this week to determine who is the best warrior for the United States Army Reserve, both on the soldier side and the enlisted side.
Exactly, and we've been here covering it at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin for the week, and we've shot a lot of photos, a lot of video, written a lot of stories. So if you'd like to go check out some of that work, go to www.dividshub, that's DVIDSHUB.net /units, UNITS /USARC, USARC. Once again, that's www.dividshub.net /units /USARC. Great photos, great stories, great video.
I feel like you've just done a commercial in yourself there, Sergeant Burrell. And it took me a break on that one. You keep going, it's on you now. Taking me a break.
And it's all what it is. And you've seen the events and you've seen these competitors go, Sergeant Major. And what it is, it's telling where these guys came from, telling how they got to this point. Because you just don't show up at Fort McCoy to compete.
You don't show up in this kind of competition without taking the time, the energy, time away from family, time away from work to compete at this level. You're talking about the major commands inside the United States Army Reserve. Sergeant Major Scholes has done a great job with this week. Commend Master Sergeant Long, Master Sergeant Stutes, and the whole crowd that's come into play to organize this event. It's been nothing but spectacular. So I wanted my hands off to Fort McCoy and all the supporting staff of the facilities of Fort McCoy. Great job. We've had a great week of sponsorship from the facilities and everybody involved with the USARC Best Warrior Competition 2012.
And what I've been hearing all around from talking to the competitors, that this is some of the best training that they've ever done in the Army Reserves. And that's just spectacular because a lot of these soldiers have gone on many deployments and they have to train up to go to these deployments, and when they get there, they do their job. So to say that they spent a week at Fort McCoy, Wisconsin in Midwest America and got some of the best training these guys have ever had in their career, that's saying a lot about the staff.
What a crowning achievement.
That's saying a lot about the staff running it, Sergeant. That's saying a lot about the 108th Training Command, drill sergeants who've been running. We've had all drill sergeants here running all the events.
We've had a great experience with the 416th with First Sergeant Cochran and Master Sergeant Shosa. What a great experience with the 416th. We've been basically a battle buddy since we've been here, since we've started merging together throughout the spring in preparation for the 2012 Best Warrior competition.
Right. Looks like they're about to begin the final fight here.
Got a
showing
little bit
some
of introduction, a
video.
little bit of, so to speak, showmanship from Chavez. It looked like he was trying to taunt there, Sergeant Mitchell. Now we got Sergeant Mitchell coming up.
A little trash talk, it looks
That
like,
looked
going
he's getting
on.
ready to get us off on square one. Sergeant Mitchell giving that speech. It sounded like old days of flashback. Sounded like Ric Flair up there.
That's right.
Dusty Rhodes. Let's talk about
With a little less hair.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, from Palatine, California, with the 807 MDSC, please welcome Specialist Dustin
Specialist Chavez comes out on the mat. Looked like he stands about 6'3", whereas Sergeant Mitchell about 6'1", about 210, 215.
That's right. It looks like Chavez has a little bit of reach on him, a little bit of height on him.
He did that to his component in the enlisted side, in the soldier side of the house. He had that reach, kept his opponent at a distance throughout the match.
The 3D MDSC. He holds the rank of sergeant, and he is
Sergeant Mitchell, a little bit of showmanship coming into the ring.
He's getting himself pumped up over
Getting
there.
the crowd pumped up, trying to get the soldiers in this building a little bit alive. This is going to be an interesting match between Specialist Chavez and Sergeant Mitchell. Looked like he had a little bit of karate or kung fu in his background. That's been an interesting feat.
That's right. And before this fight gets started, I just want to let you know, Friday night we will be doing the same thing with the awards ceremony to announce the best warrior and the best NCO. The awards ceremony is 5 p.m. Central Time at dividshub.net/webcast/2498. So Friday night, the awards ceremony. That it's the winners of who wins this whole shindig, all the events together.
Everybody's been a winner tonight. All right, let's get ready to rumble, as the old saying goes. The noise level raises with the sound. Good. We got a great announcer in the background. This match is going to be fun.
This is great. I'm happy to be here, Sergeant. This is good stuff.
I wouldn't do it for anything in the world.
So Sergeant Mitchell in the red right there, and Specialist Chavez in the blue, sort of, you know, feeling each other out, playing a little patty cake, it looks like.
Look like they're trying to get the distance, and Mitchell's strong. And, hey, Chavez did that earlier in this championship match, where he gets the momentum of the swing, and now Mitchell's trying to cinch him up a little bit. Notice the official didn't end the match because Mitchell looked like he was still in the move of a hold. Okay, Mitchell's stronger of the opponents.
He's overbearing, just smothers him.
Armbar here.
No, that's the armbar.
Standing armbar.
Oh, this could be it.
It didn't have the angle on it. Even though he had the armbar on it, he just didn't have the angle on it.
He's tapping.
He had it.
That's
he
it.
Cinched it up that time.
We were talking about that earlier, Sergeant Major.
So, hey, I knew what would happen. You could see it. You could see that Mitchell was working that armbar. He's been working it all night. Works it to perfection on that one. He had it standing up, didn't have the leverage, but when he went to his knees, that leverage came, and that was the end of the bout. Congratulations to Specialist Chavez, a job well done in the 2012 Modern Army Combatives Program, tournament champion for Best Warrior competition.
There's Sergeant Mitchell.
Everybody gives a big round of applause for Sergeant Mitchell. He has done just a bang-up job on this Combatives program tonight.
And we talked about it at the beginning. He was coming back. 2010 he won, and this year he won, so guy to beat.
Now,
Great
First
job.
Sergeant Tarr's taking over. We're going to do some presentations of some awards and trophies.
Now there's showing a bit of solidarity.
A little bit of showman, a little bit of congratulations, a little bit of, that's just a class act. Sergeant Mitchell is definitely a class act.
Definitely.
And now we're going to,
Never been out here on these mats. I'm going to tell you, it takes a lot of courage.
And here's First Sergeant Michael Tarr, the NCOIC at the tournament.
Great stuff. I mean, these soldiers are phenomenal. At this time, I'm going to give it up to Sergeant Silva. He's got a couple words to say. We got a couple presentations for the two fighters here. Sergeant Silva.
This is the head referee, Sergeant Daniel Silva.
First off, congratulations. You guys fought well. You guys fought hard. It's very difficult to fight in front of all these
9
people.
years on active duty with the Ranger Battalion. Now
that's
stationed in
It's an honor
Lower
for me to be
Alabama.
in front of you
Some
guys.
folks teaching combatives.
It's a very great honor to be in front of all of you guys.
And it is an honor to meet him. He seems like he's one of those distinguished
We want to
young men
present you guys
that
with just a
represents the
little
United
something
States Army Reserve
myself and the
well.
combatives team.
Definitely.
Hey, just something small, but something to say that you define a characteristic of the warrior. Hey, that you had the willingness to close with the enemy.
Words of encouragement, words of support brought from Sergeant Silva, commending the two warriors in the battle that just took place.
It's just a small token, hey, but a true champion is in the heart.
And now they're going to be presented
Sergeant
the trophy.
Mitchell.
Sergeant Mitchell, the champion, being presented the champion's trophy.
Sergeant Mitchell showing a little bit of his karate background.
You could show that was the
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause
very
from
impressive
Chicago,
with
Illinois, Sergeant Anthony Mitchell.
And now to receive the trophy for Soldier Combatives Tournament champion, Sergeant
Ladies and
Chavez.
gentlemen, please give a big round of applause from Valentine, California.
Big smile on his face. What a job well done from both of them competitors. Let's give our big round of applause. I mean, that's just from all 41 competitors. I didn't see quit in any of them.
Well, hey, folks, I'm going to say one thing. Wow. Wow.
Now Sergeant Major Schultz takes the microphone. He's
Ladies and
congratulating
gentlemen, this is
competitors.
why we
Command
have the
Sergeant Major
best
Michael
army
Schultz,
in the world.
the top enlisted soldier in the Army Reserve.
Congratulations to these outstanding warriors. They totally laid it out on the line tonight. Congratulations to both you guys. These guys are true champions. Let's give them a hand. Whoa.
Big smiles on their face. I
Tonight
think
we're
they're
gonna
more happy
tally
that
the
it's over.
scores up,
I think
and we're going to find out tomorrow night.
I think everybody has a big smile on their face.
1730, 1800. Who
tonight, right
out of
now,
the 40
this is the
competitors that
culmination
are
of
left,
the event
who is going to be
that will be
named
forever
the
etched
Army
in the
Reserve
memories of not only
Best
the
Warrior,
soldiers, but the families and the sponsors.
NCO, and Soldier,
fans
representing
that represent these
205,000
soldiers here this week.
outstanding American United States soldiers, and going to the Army competition in October, and we're going to win that competition.
Sergeant Major Schultz with a big rousing speech in preparation for the best warrior competition for the Department of the Army. That's
With
pretty
my
impressive.
coin. My coin is the Army, our USARC patch, which represents the 7 Army values of loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity,
Both
and
competitors
personal
being
courage.
presented a
Both of
USARC
these
coin
two individuals
from
and the
Sergeant
rest
Mr.
of the
Schultz.
competitors tonight laid it out on the line. Each and every one deserves a coin, but these winners tonight, let's give them a hand again.
And that's great.
What a great job. Let's give them a standing ovation by the crowd for a job well done.
And now, mind you, Sergeant Major Schultz didn't just show up at the end of the tournament, at the end of the week long.
He's been here all week.
All week
Just
long.
get-
And as a matter of fact, he was out on the ruck march. He was rucking with all the other soldiers.
The ones that made this happen
Great
tonight.
guy.
Sergeant Silva, First Sergeant, bring your team out.
It's First Sergeant Tar with the rest of his
Soul
team.
and the crowd coming out to the microphone, coming out to the stage.
And these were the guys behind the scenes, the guys that made it happen.
We talked about this competition, and we talked about what makes it successful, and what made it successful
That's
is the
recognizing
drive of our
the staff that
competitors,
put this show on tonight.
and then these
Sergeant Major
non-commissioned
Schultz
officers that are in front of you,
giving
that
them
are
an
top
award, 'cause
notch,
that was a job well
best of
done
the
by
best, not in the Army Reserve, in
staff
the
that
Army.
put on this
And
program
I want to
tonight.
present them my coin, because these are true professionals, and they displayed it tonight. So to the team, let's give them a hand.
It's also presenting them with this coin. Congratulations to each of them.
Right.
For a job well done.
That's great. It went smoothly. There were
No hiccups. We couldn't even keep up with it. There were a couple times between your handwriting and my handwriting, and it went well.
It did.
The man that made it happen tonight as
Got
well.
quiet
Let's give
there
him
all of a
an
sudden.
extra
Everybody's
hand.
looking at us, Sergeant Burrell. We're back here having fun.
That's right, Sergeant Major.
Some of the sponsors, Sergeant Marquez, he's still giggling about it, over here making fun of us.
All right, folks,
Thought it was
again,
supposed to
we're
be a
going to
moment
wrap it
of
up tonight. Tomorrow night again, we will find out who will represent the 205,000 outstanding Army Reserve soldiers. But again, this week started on Monday morning with the PT test, okay? Land navigation, 2 in the morning, night land navigation. It was all about a drive. It was about a road march. It was about combatives that you see. It was about training out there out in the ranges. And I asked them to do 2 things for me. Number one is to lay it out on the line, and you guys laid it out on the line. Whoa. And number 2 was to be safe, and we accomplished the mission on everything. So everybody leaving here tonight is a winner. Thank you, everybody. God bless the U.S. of A. Whoa.
That was great. That was, once again, Command Sergeant Major Michael Schultz. Just really been out here. He really enjoys the
He enjoys
Best Warrior.
the competition. He enjoys meeting the soldiers. He's a hands-on Sergeant Major. All the soldiers are very appreciative of the job that Sergeant Major Schultz has done for us in his tenure as the Sergeant Major of the Reserves.
Definitely, definitely. Now, I do have to say, if you guys would like to find out who wins, now nobody knows throughout the tournament. What's so interesting about this tournament is nobody knows who's ahead, nobody knows who's ahead in points, nobody knows who's winning until the final day, until that night of that ceremony.
Until the announcement tomorrow,
So,
nobody knows who's the winner of the 2012.
So what's so interesting about that is that each competitor competes like they're going to win, like they have that chance to win.
It's going to be a great announcement tomorrow. We'll have a ball, and we'll have just a deep breath, and the joy and the excitement of this week tomorrow culminates.
And once again, that is Friday night, which is going to be the award ceremony.
We're back on air. I'm sorry, I thought we were done for tonight.
We're still here, Sergeant Major. Just want to give one more announcement. We're good to go.
First time I've done this before, folks. You got to remember that. So back on the air, we're announcing the award ceremony tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow evening, Sergeant Major, at 5 p.m. Central Time. That is going to be the award ceremony. They're going to announce the top NCO of the year for the Army Reserve and the top enlisted of the year for the Army Reserve. And you can check out that live webcast at www.dividshub.net /webcast, WEBCAST /2498. So dividshub.net /webcast /2498. Tomorrow evening, award ceremony, 5 p.m. Central Time.
Thank you, and enjoy your evening. 2012 Modern Army Combatives Tournament, Best Warrior Competition, Army Reserve.
Thanks for staying with us, and we'll see you next time.